Now there is one thing I want to talk about, and I beat this drum a little bit in the past, and right now we have about 3,000 people, as I said, watching, and obviously this will expand out to probably 40 or 50,000 or so of you who are participating right now actively, weekly active users so far in the PTR and in the Alpha 2 environment. Um,
Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. So, some people were like, why don't you use your camera? DJ. So, I, uh, yeah, I normally, I don't know, what do you need to see me for? You can hear me, right? Anyways, so, apparently there's a 1v1 tournament. I had no idea. So, anyways, uh, they posted it in the news channel at 2 p.m. today, right? And it is 11:19 Wednesday. So when you go to sign up, yeah, it kind of sucks because they already closed signups. Signups due by Wednesday, the 19th at 6 p.m. It's now 10 p.m. RIP. Yeah, I wish I would have saw this ping or something. Anyways, so we just heard Steven, 40, 50,000 active testers and live in the PTR environment. And there's 141 people signed up on the PTR duel tournament, but I will give them the same reason I'm not signed up is maybe because they didn't give enough heads up time. It was only like a 4-hour window. So yeah, they announced it at 4 p.m. and they closed it at 6 p.m. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Also, if you didn't watch my last video where I announced that Pirate Software is coming back, S-Fan actually said he's going to come and try early access. He did say he'll probably only going to play a few weeks, if that. We'll see. I hope that he enjoys the game. I hope it's not too grindy for him, and I hope he likes it. He has a huge community, so all of you guys welcome to the game. So yeah, I mean that's pretty cool that S-Man's actually going to come try the game again. And yeah, welcome all of his community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys play on our server. But yeah, Ashes, Vice is recruiting. We're trying to grow. We've been growing for a little over 4 months now. We are a min-max hardcore PvP, PvE guild. We try to focus mainly on PvP, as this is a PvP game. It does have a lot of econ to it, but in the end, it comes down to PvP. And we're trying to grow large enough to be able to fill a siege with just our guild and be able to defend, attack, and dominate with our squad. Currently, I actually don't really know how many members we have because we've gotten so many recently. But yeah, so we are recruiting on any of my recent Ashes videos. If you just go to the video right here, on all the videos, there's a Discord link. Let me go ahead and show you that. Yeah, so here is our Discord here. Yeah, there's normally people in the Discord, doesn't matter what time it is. We pretty much have people all time zones. Yeah, so we did get some apps today. We gotta go look over those. But you just come into the Vice Discord, and up here you can apply here. Or you don't have to apply right away. You can just come hang out. We do have community area where you can chat and just see what Vice is all about, see what we do, etc., etc. We post random things in here. People share stuff. There are some requirements in Vice. We do have requirements. I don't do the recruitments. Shekels and or Thunder actually does recruiting. I don't know what I really do. I make a lot of money and stuff, so that's what I do. And I talk to people somehow. Anyways, I do something in the guild. That's my job, and everybody else does everything else. So yeah, I don't do the applications, but I will plug my guild into this video saying we are recruiting and you can apply here. And I will put that link in the description below. So don't be guildless next phase because this is a guild oriented game and guilds like ours will teach you how to play. We'll you know, if you're a good player and you play a lot and you're willing to learn and you can listen to direction, etc., well, Vice might be a guild for you. We do have some requirements, like we do. Everybody has to record while they're playing for receipts. We love receipts. We love having receipts. We do when the server was live, we did do feedback. We would, you know, do like a PvP scrim or a PvP event or siege or you know whatever, and we would review the videos. We would look at the clips and stuff and talk about it and try to, you know, just give constructive feedback on our gameplay and how we can improve and what we did wrong, etc. Blah blah blah. And we just try to get better as a guild. And yes, we do spreadsheets. If you didn't know, they are getting rid of Codex. Codex will no longer be a thing because until well, I mean, it might be. You know, if somebody spends a ridiculous amount of time, you know, maybe with like Gork or something, they might be able to break it. But near future, I don't see us having Codex, so we're gonna go back to the spreadsheet meta, and writing down stats on gear, whatever, blah blah. So yeah, we're gonna be using some spreadsheets, but we're not spreadsheet warriors. We do use tools. Artisan, we're huge on Artisan. Econ, I've been saying this for a long time. Most MMOs are driven by econ. If you want to get ahead in an MMO, you got to be econ oriented. You got to know what the econ's about. You got to know what the people want, and you got to be on top of it. And that's how Vice dominated this phase. We were the best econ guild in the server. We probably touched the most gold, etc. Um, so yeah, I mean, we track a lot of things. We pretty much track everything we can. We have a lot of people who are just very heavy in artisan stuff. They can, you know, if you want to learn how to do econ only, well, I don't, I actually don't know if Shekels and Thunder would allow that, to be honest. I think you have to do PvP. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask when you apply. I'm really not sure. So we do have class role channels. Class role channels are for, you know, if you want to play Ranger and you've never played Ranger, well, you can talk to the other Rangers and learn how they play. Maybe tell them how they're playing wrong, whatever. Just talk about the class. That's what channels are for. And then voice channels, obviously, they're for voicing things. Um, but yeah, most and first, you know, just be respectful. We aren't animals. We are all human beings. But we all have about like pretty much similar mindsets. It's about the same throughout everybody I've talked to in our guild. We like to min max. We don't like to just waste time and log in and look at pretty things and fish, and we don't like wasting time. We like to do whatever the most efficient route is to get to our end game goal. All right, whatever. I had to edit that out. Won't even know what happened because I edited it out. So,
Yeah.
bro, how are they gonna announce this 4 p.m. and then cut it off at 6? I don't know. Maybe they got enough signups that they're like, that's enough. Hopefully that's the reason that it was so short. I have no idea, dude, but uh only 141 people still interested, and this is live. Like, I intentionally showed this again just to show you that nobody else is interested in this. And I haven't even clicked the button yet. I'm gonna click it right now. 142, just to show you that it's a thing, okay? 10, even 10,000. Dude, if there was 10,000 active players in the game, wouldn't you think there'd be like at least a couple hundred? I don't know, man. Maybe it's the same reason I didn't sign up. But anyways, there's a lot of cool things they have changed on PTR. There's a lot of bad things on the PTR they've changed. My personal opinion, I hope it doesn't relate one to one to what's coming on the Steam release. I hope the gear stat changes. Some of the changes to some of the classes, I hope those don't make it to live. I think they're dumb. I've already left feedback for them. Why? Why? The overall, like, 8v8, 16 versus 16, ZVZ, I still want to see ZVZ. I've seen like 16v16 on the PTR with current gear, and it's okay. I don't know. I think we were in a pretty good state where we were last phase with some tweaks. Minor tweaks would have done well, not just completely revamp all the gear, jack up all the stats, scale them to infinity, give tanks 20,000 plus health. Last night, before you nerfed health by 25%, last night my tank had like 40,000 HP with like 380 power. Why?
Yeah.
So here's one thing I am worried about, and that's the event. The event is no NDA, so they lifted the NDA for the event. So during the event, you can record, stream your gameplay, share the videos, highlights, top 10 submissions will get mount cosmetics. Oh boy, mount cosmetic. Cool. Anyway, so NDA lifted. Um, Now this is good and bad. So it could be bad because of this fact. The fact that everybody's going to be in legendary plus 20 enchanted gear. So they're all the numbers are massively inflated, so it's just big number pools. But if you compare the same item at a white tier, just a common base item, to its legendary state, the stat difference is substantial. So it's a huge difference. So on the live version of the game, if it is a one-to-one translation from current PTR to live on Steam release early access, and we do get this gear, currently, common and uncommon gear is far lesser stat-wise value than a even rare or heroic tier. So somebody in heroic gear fighting somebody in uncommon gear will have significantly more stats than the person in the lesser gear. So it's not going to be a one-to-one reflection, in my opinion, if they release it, the content currently. Like, this is why I don't want them to release the PTR. Like the PTR stuff, I don't want this going to live. Like there's so much stuff in PTR I don't want going to live. Like the stat changes, the gear changes, some of the class changes, some of the mana changes. Some of the mana changes we need. Some of the changes I do agree with, and I'm not even going to talk about those. Good feedback I gave for those. Good, great change. Feedback for like zooming in the inventory, so it's like, you know, as big as my screen. Not good, not good. Giving people like tanks. I made the tank and summoner with like last night. Like I said, it was like 40,000 HP. Like not good. And then summoner can still get like, I think it was like 25 or 30,000 HP on their tanks. Not good. Not good. I mean TTK is fine. It's okay. It's just I really like the meta that we were in, the phase that just ended, that's being wiped. I really enjoyed that meta. And then you go and like jack up all the gear and stats and scale everything to redonkulous values. I'm not gonna get into every little change they did. Like, from last night, some of the set bonuses were nerfed and changed, etc. From today, there's a bunch of changes occurring on the PTR, but I am hoping it's not going to be a one-to-one translation from PTR now to live Steam release. Because if it is, that's bad news bears. So, yeah. But yeah, so here's my face for all you people asking to see me. I have other videos where I've had my face. Yeah. So, yeah, oh yeah, I'll be streaming the game soon too. Waiting for the new computer to arrive. So, I'll be on the Twitch, maybe stream on YouTube as well. I don't know, we'll see what I set up.